day 4 out here on the road, just leaving the town of Cut Bank. Now this is kind of interesting. This is a good contrast. You got gas being refined over there, and you got windmills over there. Anyway, heading off to North Dakota. It's a long, straight grind, basically getting there. There's not a whole lot of turns in the road, but from my atlas that I have, it's highlighted to be a pretty good motorcycle road, so it might go across some cool terrain, cool highway, whatever. It's a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit on this stretch of road, and if you guys were ever wondering if people in Montana drive fast, the answer is yes, they do. Yesterday I was leaving Glacier. I had my cruise control going at 80 miles an hour, and I got passed by a family in a fully loaded Subaru Outback. So I thought I was going pretty fast, but not to Montana standards. The other thing I wanted to touch on that was kind of false on my behalf was that they only give out 175 passes a day at Glacier, which is true, but only 60 hours in advance, or 48 hours in advance. 60 days in advance, they give out a few thousand a day. So those were already said and gone. And if you rent one of the, or book one of the lodges or a horseback ride or something like that, that gets you into the park as well. So now that we cleared that up. So today, it's 7 o'clock on the dot, 68 degrees here, leaving Cut Bank. Yesterday it was kind of cloudy and overcasty. There was a little rain shadow move through, and it kept everything kind of cool. So where I was at in Cut Bank, the high there was 67, but on the eastern side of Montana it was 107. So there's definitely a big difference there. I got lucky. The eastern side of Montana is under an excessive heat warning, so I got to be careful riding the bike. I've got my Hydro Pack strapped to the back. Got 3 liters of water with a hose on it, so I can just pull the hose up and take a drink of water as I'm running down the highway. So I am headed to Williston, North Dakota tonight. I got a good deal on a Airbnb last minute. Nice little apartment in a townhouse, I guess, right downtown Williston, excuse me. And if my math is correct, I should be getting there right about 3 o'clock check-in time, so I can enjoy as much of that as I can. I've been staying in kind of decent places. That Cut Bank is kind of a ghetto little town, and I was staying in the nicest place there, but it was still a little on the ghetto side. About 100 miles and an hour and 40 minutes into my day, I stopped into a little town back there and got a couple of bottles of water to fill up my Hydro Pack, and got a coffee which said 100% Colombian on the label. So before I went on this trip, all last year, I was in search of a decent cup of coffee. I mean decent, right? Every now and again I find a Starbucks. Starbucks is mediocre to decent. You could always count on mediocrity with Starbucks. So last year I found a really trick pour over coffee kit that stacks up onto itself, kind of like a Russian nesting doll, I guess. So your cup, your coffee, your electric kettle, the phone, everything all fits together. And I've got a small hand crank grinder. I picked up some nice local coffee from a roaster before I left, so I had two, 12-ounce cups of that before I left, and so I decided to grab a coffee there. After drinking that good coffee this morning, that was about the most foul shit ever. I couldn't even drink it. I got about 2 or 3 sips into it before I gave up and said I think I'd go without. Now I can't, that was like 20 minutes ago, I can't get that taste out of my mouth now. I feel like I need to find a 110 outlet and pull off and make another cup of that stuff. I just might if I find a rest stop or someplace. But anyway, ride's been going really good. Haven't had to stop to get fuel yet. I still got about 3/4 of a tank. So far on this trip I've been averaging about 45 miles per gallon. There's another town coming up in about 30 miles. I might want to stop and grab fuel there just because. I usually don't like going too far past a half a tank. Just because when you're out here, you got no idea how far. Well, I mean, I kind of do. I got the GPS on my phone here, but I just don't like going too far past the point of no safe return. Anyway, been real beautiful out here. It's just about to hit 70 degrees. There's a little bit of rainstorm rolled through maybe sometime last night where the road was a little bit wet, which is cool because I like riding through that. I feel like it cools down my tires and makes the bike a little bit dirty, but whatever. So let's see, 326 miles till I get to Williston, North Dakota, the place that I'm staying at tonight. So far it was saying I'm going to get there at like 2:45, but I think I might beat that. So it's 75 miles an hour. I think for Montana standards this is kind of slow, but it kind of seems where this bike's pretty happy. Start going 85, it really starts sucking the gas down, and 65, 70 in this thing, it doesn't even seem like it's working really hard, but we're steady at 3,500 RPMs right there. Everything's good down here in north central Montana, I guess. Kremlin? Yeah, anyway, it's looking to be a beautiful day. Got the mountains poking out in the distance. Smooth sailing. Traffic's pretty much non-existent. Every 10 minutes or so I get a car drive by, or an 18-wheeler. Anyway, that's it. So it's 10:30, 193 miles into my day, and just hit the first 1,000 miles of the trip. I think I'm pulling in, I think this town is Dodson. Anyway, definitely, yeah, Dodson Creek is definitely warmed up nicely. The sun kind of poked out. It's been hovering right around 86 degrees. Yeah, I better slow down. Not a whole lot here in Dodson. I think that was it. I think that was Dodson. Anyway, Got about 232 miles left till I get to Williston. Went through a little patch of road construction back there where they were doing gravel and oil and gravel. It'd take about 10 minutes or so to get through that, so no real big deal. Yeah, scenery out here, landscape hasn't changed a whole too much. It's gone from wheat fields to kind of grass fields where they got cattle out grazing, and yeah, you get a little bit more trees scattered about. Other than that, still wide open. It is definitely windy out here. Yeah, we're just eating up the miles. Been a pretty enjoyable day. Be nice to have a turn or two every now and again, but I'll take whatever I can get. Well, just about to the 300 mile mark. Got about 130 miles left to go. I just fueled up in Glasgow, Montana, and yeah, I got it cranked up a little bit higher now. We're rolling about 85. Yeah, people are passing me and riding my ass, so I figure we're just gonna let her eat for the rest of the day. Hopefully it doesn't chew up my tires too much. Anyway, everything's rolling good. Still nice and cool. Let's see. It's 85, but it doesn't feel super hot because it's got that little bit of overcast cover kind of keeping the heat down. You can see, like, this road I'm coming up on, and Montana Highway 2, it's a lot of straight stretches of road. People just go real fast out here. If you're not doing 80 miles an hour, people are like running you off the road practically. So yeah, 12:34. Yeah, it seems like kind of a long day today. Even though 300 miles, 12:30 seems like a long day. I think it's just because this road's just been so boring. Yeah, I got good tunes playing in my helmet. Pulled off, had lunch a little while ago. Nice little rest stop. They got really nice rest stops out here in Montana with flushing toilets and hand washing sinks that have soap and paper towels in them. I know that might sound weird, but not a whole lot of rest stops have stuff like that. It's pretty nice. Yeah, but anyway, 127 miles to go. 82 on cruise control. Like I said, we're just going to hammer down, let her eat for the rest of the trip. Top off the tank once I get in there. That'll be it for the day. I just went through the little town of Poplar. I got about 74 miles left to go, 350 in. It's starting to sprinkle on me just a little bit, and I got my radar running on my phone here. Looks like there's some scattered showers, so I think I'm just going to try and blast through it, get to the other side. Let's see. So that's Williston right there. Yeah, maybe by the time I get to Williston it'll be raining. I don't know, I think it's so warm and like the rain's so light that it's like barely touching the ground. Hopefully it's just quick, easy pass and shower. It's like too warm. It's still 85. Too warm to pull over and put rain pants on. Anyway, we'll hope for the best. Power through it. Rolled into North Dakota and got checked into my Airbnb. It was a nice, spacious little apartment. Made myself a good dinner. Went to bed. Got a good night's sleep.